I don't know, it's like unbelievable, because as well, if you consider the amount of beach that you clean and the effort that you have to do, sometimes it's so hard to describe, but in the end it's quite nice in the sense that you see the difference. So the same way you dump things, you can also decide not to do it. My name is Elisa Marraco. I'm coming from Spain and I belong to Plastic Punch since January 2018 when it was created. We started the project in an area where turtles go to nest and they go to the beach of Ningo, which is full of plastics. So we started talking with the population of the village, from the area, not just Ningo but also all Ningo, and we started doing cleanups, because it's true that it's sometimes a disappointing activity because you clean and then the trash comes back, but it's a very interesting way to raise awareness and to show people that their actions have an impact, obviously, on the beach. And actually the trash cannot remain in the beach forever, so it has to be cleaned. So that's what we are trying.
Plastic Punch was started by a group of 7 young people. So from different nationalities, Ghana, France, Spain. And our aim is to raise awareness on the dangers of plastic, and as well at the same time coming up with sustainable waste management solutions to the problem. Because if you raise awareness on the dangers, you have to provide solutions to the problem. So this is the second bit of it. One of our awareness strategies we normally carry out is a beach cleanup. Now our project is more concentrated on the new Ningo community, or the Ningo Pram community, because this area or this stretch of beach is home to endangered species of turtle. When these turtles come to nest once in a year, they are faced with a lot of plastics on the sea, which is very wrong. So this is why we come here to clean the beach, so that at least the turtles of New Ningo will come and nest peacefully. We know very well that the beach cleanup is not a solution to the problem, but yet we still find it's very necessary, because this is where the community and people come in contact with the problem, seeing the plastics on the shore and everything. It makes them think of being part of the solution to the problem.
You're ready to punch the plastics. That's it. Get out your spot! Alright guys, let's go to work!
Officially launched March 3rd at the Alliance Française. We started right this year, 2018, and it's going well so far. I mean, we have done a lot of initiatives. We launched at the Alliance Française with a dance show, with the theater, with Village Minds production. So we started with the concept that we made our statements very clear. The concept in which we want to tackle the problem with, that is through media and entertainment. So we choose to call it edutainment, a mixture of education and entertainment, so that when the people are entertained, at the same time they are learning, then there's an impact. So we did a theater, which we have, and we'll be advancing or making more into sitcoms very soon, with animation concepts as well. We have some animations, we are still producing them. and yes, and some dance shows as well, and music also. We bring artists, people love artists. The artists have the following, so we are working with some artists. They play a show, they bring the following, and we preach the message of plastics. So basically this is our strategy, to use the media more to change the minds of the people, because we believe the mind is the thinking of the people. What's your name?
Kalichi.
Okay, and what are you doing at the beach today?
Yeah. Picking rubbish from the beach.
Okay, so you want to help keep the environment clean?
Yes.
Okay. How do you find it? Is it nice?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you tell your friends who throw away rubbish onto the beach and on the environment? What do you tell them?
I'll tell them to pick it up.
Okay, thanks.
My name is Noémie, I come from France and I'm also a member of Plastic Punch, a member of the team. So today we organize the cleanup with adults and children, with the people from Accra and also the local communities. We felt also that for the children the cleaning is also useful for them to see what we pick on the beach and to collect the plastic, but it's also nice to have some other activities, creative activities around the topic. So today what we did is that we took some plastic rubber or plastic bags and we cut some marine animal forms in it and did creative arts with colors, and we stick the different animals on a cardboard. So I think they had a lot of fun also doing it.
Kids are one of the most interesting group of people to target in the group because they are the future generation. So then they can also influence a lot in their parents and friends and family. But the other idea of the workshop is to show them that you can do something else with the plastic. So of course it's not going to be the solution doing art, but it's a way to give the plastic another life.
So we've had a lot of different projects. We have our awareness session with the children of Ningo, from the churches to the schools, and we have mini cleanups with the children as well. This was our very first cleanup with the children. After the education and awareness, we brought them to the beach, taught them the concept of segregation. After we led on to do the main beach cleanup, that was on March 17th, where we brought volunteers from Accra and 250 people from this community, Ningo community, joining us to clean this beach. So today is like our second major beach cleanup, and as well the number is encouraging. We have a lot of people coming to support us, and you can see we've made the beach very, very, very clean. Yes, and our major project focus, our focus for this year, I would say, is production of our animation skits and our sitcoms, because we want this to go on national television. And this sitcoms is arranged in a sense that it's stating the problem and at the same time stating the solution in an episode. And we are doing this with Village Minds Production, and they are very, very, very creative. And we believe this is the way forward for the people to be entertained. I mean, when you look on national television, there's not so much content of education. So we want to entertain the people, let the people have more content, but educative content on TV. In the meantime, when we clean the beach, the recycling industry is such that the off-takers do not want the dirty plastics like the ones we find, because the carbon content is not much and this kind of thing. So we give them to our partners. We have two partners, Nels Plus in Ashaman and Transformers International in Adabraka. So they use these plastics, they mix it with sand, they use it for the construction of bricks, for roads and for pavement.
At an individual level, I would say that when you have the alternative not to use it, I would encourage people to take that alternative. For example, the black rubber bags. They are made of already recycled plastic, so we don't really know what it contains. And then you use it just to carry small thing, and then you just dump that bag. Instead, you can take your fabric bag and then you open it, you fill it in with whatever you want to do. And then if it gets dirty, then you wash it. The same with plastic bottles. Instead of using one and the other you can carry your own. And also I would say that it's quite simple to stop using straws because you already drink with your mouth, you don't really need any help. And also the single-use plastic in general, whenever you can stop using it, I would say you can. And then when you don't really have the alternative, collect it so that it could be recycled. It would be interesting. It's true that in Ghana there are not many initiatives yet, but there are some that you can subscribe, for example, and then they collect the plastics from your house or even your company or institution that you work in.
As Plastic Punch, we feel the problem needs to be tackled two ways, from the up and from the down. So from the up, how do we tackle this problem? Policy. We as Plastic Punch, we wish to influence policy. We will always submit our ideas. Already we're working with some governmental organizations and some international institutions. We will continue suggesting our policies on how best to better the waste management system, policies on how or which plastics to use, whether biodegradable, oxy-biodegradable. Also, we feel research is very important in this plastic situation, because now if you're telling the people to stop using plastics, what other alternative are you proposing to them? But this, we can get through research. We can make plastics from cassava. We can make plastics from naturally degradable material. Why would we not change our focus, invest more into research for us to use these alternatives which are more environmentally friendly? At the moment, where we get the plastic from is from petroleum. So it's like we have some carbon content in us anytime we use plastics, which is wrong. At the long run, we get a cancer and everything. So I give the answer from bottom up, bottom down. It's like we already said, for us to let everybody be aware on the dangers of these plastics and for people to change their plastic blueprint. This is the solution.
Reuse, recycle. Try and ride your bicycle.
Might plan on holding a cleanup like what you did in Ningo anytime soon?
Yes, it's going to be in the 15th of September because it's going to be the World Cleanup Day.
Okay.
So as I said previously, it aimed to actually raise awareness all around the world. So we would like to also play our part and go back to the same area, partner with other NGOs and initiatives that are already doing the same, and of course engaging the community, which is the most important.
I think our event today is a real success because we have people from Accra, we have people from Ningo, we have children, we have old and young people, we have other people from different countries, and all together are fighting the same cause and are all together cleaning this beach.
Well, so in the beginning, when I saw the beach, I thought, oh, this is really sad because it was actually full of plastics everywhere. And it's sad because the beach is amazing, it's really beautiful. And also because it's a turtle nesting place. After the cleaning, the beach was completely clean from plastics. And we could see that our effort was something really good, that the effort was good. The beach hadn't any plastic anymore, so that's a really good thing.
Of course, I think that after the intense cleanup we did, everyone was satisfied, but for me, if I have to keep one advice from this journey, is to rethink about our plastic consumption and the alternative or the behavior we have to adopt to have a greener planet. I grew up in a city where we live from what the sea is giving us. So plastic is infecting and killing all the fish we are eating right now. So it's impacting everyone. Everyone is impacted by the plastic pollution. We have to change it.
Refuse, reuse, recycle. Try and ride your bicycle. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Try and ride your bicycle.
Let's keep punching plastics together.
The fish are dying.
That's it.
And it should be like
no birds are
Let's
flying.
keep punching plastics together.
Butterflies and bees, they are crying.
Animals and trees, hope we are trying. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Try and ride your bicycle. Refuse, reuse, recycle. Try and ride your